especially some saints who have spoken very powerfully about the influence of the holy water. There are so many saints who spoke about the power of the holy water, mainly two saints. Out of them, I would like to speak to you about two saints. One is Saint Faustina. Saint Faustina, in her diary 601, we read like this. She's wrote like this. Once when one of our sisters became fatally ill and all the community was gathered together, there was also a priest there who gave the sister absolution. So absolution was given. Suddenly I saw many spirits of darkness. Sister Faustina saw many spirits of darkness. Then, forgetting that I was with the sisters, she forgot that she was with sisters, and Sister Faustina, seized the holy water and of the sprinkler, holy water sprinkler, and sprinkled on the spirits, and they disappeared at once. And then continue reading. However, when the sisters came to the refectory, Mother Superior remarked that I should not have sprinkled the sick sister in the presence of the priest, because it is priest duty. Let's read next one. I accepted the admonition in the spirit of penance, but holy water is indeed of great help to the dying. Saint Faustina wrote in her diary, paragraph number 601, holy water is indeed of great help to the dying. And that is why, and also we read, there is another saint, Saint Teresa of Avila. Saint Teresa of Avila, she is a doctor of the church. She is a doctor of the church. There are some writings from the chapter 31st chapter of her autobiography, Saint Teresa of Avila. She has written down like this. I'll read from the chapter. Having described certain secret and inward disturbances and temptations inflicted upon me by the devil, I shall now speak of others which he brought upon me almost in public, and in which it was impossible not to detect his hand. You know, she had so many experiences with the devil. They're like Saint John Maria Vianney, Padre Pio, the same like them. Even Saint Teresa of Avila also had so many encounters with the devil. And she's going to write down something. Let's read. Next one. Once, when I was in an oratory, he appeared on my left hand. The devil appeared on the left hand in an abominable form, in an abominable, dirty form. As he spoke to me, I paid particular attention to his mouth. When I looked at his mouth, which was so horrible, his mouth was so horrible, because devil is considered as a person who speaks dirty words, swearing words, abusive language. That is why his mouth looks so horrible. Out of his body, there seemed to be becoming a great flame, which was intensely bright and cast no shadow. So there was flame coming out of his body. Who saw? Saint Teresa of Avila. She saw one day in the vision, she saw the devil standing at her left hand. And then continue. He told me in a horrible way that I had indeed escaped out of his hands. The devil told Saint Teresa of Avila that she escaped from his hand, but he would get hold of me still. What does it mean? The devil said, I will not allow you to escape. I will still hold of you. I was very much afraid, she says, and made the sign of the cross as well as I could. She went on making the sign of the cross. When she made the sign of the cross, whereupon he disappeared. When she made the sign of the cross, the devil disappeared, but immediately returned. Then what happened? This happened once, and I once again, and did not know what to do. This happened to me once again and did not know what to do. But there was some holy water there. Saint Teresa of Avila says, there was some holy water there, so I flung some in the direction of the apparition. She took the holy water and sprinkled the holy water to the direction of the apparition, and it never came back. When she made the sign of the cross, it came back after some time. But when she sprinkled the holy water, did not come back. From long experience, I have learned that there is nothing like holy water to put devils to flight and prevent them from coming back again. Who wrote? A doctor of the church, St. Teresa of Avila, wrote in her autobiography, chapter 31st. Continue. Let's read. There is another experience, she said. They also flee from the cross, but return. So holy water must have great virtue. For my own part, whenever I take it, my soul feels a particular and most notable consolation. Whenever she touched the holy water, make the sign of the cross with the holy water, she says, I always feel a particular, most notable consolation. In fact, it is quite usual for me to be conscious of a refreshment which I cannot possibly describe, resembling an inward joy which comforts my whole soul. She says, whenever I touch the holy water and make the sign of the cross in my body and sprinkle it on my body, I feel so refreshed and I feel so comfort and a great joy in my soul. And then continue reading. This is not fancy or something which has happened to me only once. It has happened again and again. And I have observed it most attentively. It is, let us say, as if someone very hot and thirsty were to drink from a jug of cold water. He would feel the refreshment throughout his body. See, this holy water is like somebody who is so thirsty is getting a jug of cold water. And let's continue reading. I often reflect on the great importance of everything ordained by the church. St. Teresa of Avila says, everything ordained or consecrated by the church authorities. I always reflect about the great importance, and it makes me very happy to find that those words of the church are so powerful that they impart their power to the water and make it so very different from water which has not been blessed. St. Teresa of Avila says, this water which is blessed is very different after the blessing from the other water which is not blessed. And continue reading. On another occasion, quite recently, she has wrote, the same thing happened to me, though it did not last so long. I was alone. I asked for holy water, and after the devils had gone away, the next persons to come in, two nuns who may safely be believed, or for they would not tell a lie for anything. And then read. Their two nuns noticed a very bad smell like brimstone. I could not detect it myself, but it had remained there long enough for them to have noticed it, because there was devil appeared and was disturbing, but she sprinkled the holy water and disappeared. But the smell remained for some time. That is what St. Teresa of Avila says. And then continue. One night too, about this time, I thought the devils were stifling me, and when the nuns had sprinkled a great deal of holy water about, I saw a huge crowd of them running away as quickly as though they were about to fling themselves down a steep place. So the moment the holy water is sprinkled, they were just as if they were thrown out from a steep place. They were just running away. So often have these accursed creatures tormented me, and so little am I afraid of them. Now I'm not afraid of them, of these little creatures, accursed creatures. Now that I see they cannot stir unless the Lord allows them to, that I should weary your reverence and weary myself too, if I were to talk about them any further. Praise the Lord. So this is some examples from the saints who used this holy water. Praise the Lord.